My lovely people, I want you to pay attention and listen to this statement from our president. And from that, we will play you some subsequent videos for us to come to a very tangible and conclusion on matters arising in Ghana. So I'll urge you pay attention, critical attention. If you have pen and paper, take note and make your own note. I'm begging you. If today is your first time, like the video, share the video, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's listen to what the president is saying.
I speak to you this evening, rejecting completely the notion that Ghana was founded by one man. Whilst Kwame Nkrumah's contributions to our independence are undeniable and unassailable, it is important to acknowledge for our self-respect that the struggle for our nation's freedom was a collective effort spanning several generations. The formation of the Aborigines Rights Protection Society, the British West African National Congress, jointly sponsored by Joseph Casely Hayford and Thomas Hatton Mills, the United Gold Coast Convention, the work of countless unsung heroes, and the tenacious spirit of our people all played vital parts in bringing us to freedom and independence. Kwame Nkrumah, with his charismatic visionary leadership, was undoubtedly a major actor in the final lap of our journey to independence. And that is why, despite the several unfortunate things that happened after independence under his watch, Parliament in 2019 decided to memorialize his date of birth as Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Day, the only Ghanaian so far to be so honored in our history.
My brothers and sisters, that is the president saying automatically he is rejecting the notion that is only Kwame Nkrumah that stood and fight for the independence of this country. He's rejecting it automatically. Now my question is that why things that are attached with the achievement of Kwame Nkrumah, this man is taking possible decision to rewrite it and close it down? Because you are aware and I'm aware that at Tamil's time we have some 2 CD notes that only Kwame Nkrumah had is on it. Since this man came to office, he banned that 2 CD note, and as we speak now, that 2 CD note is nowhere to be found. Is that why the hatred for Kwame Nkrumah that 1st July, as we celebrate for Kwame Nkrumah, this man has moved it from 1st July, the Founders Day, and has shifted it to 4th August? I don't understand the reason why the hatred for Kwame Nkrumah is so high like that. But we have some learned person and learned historians that at the end of the day will give us the breakdown of the one who stood and fought for this Ghana independent. Take a listen to that man.
This book, if I had continued, would have told you that J.B. Dankwa was standing in the crowd observing Kwame Nkrumah and others. Again, Nkrumah gave us our national flag. You will read that he and that Madam Theodosia Okon, they put together and then they made the flag. Please, it was not anybody but Nkrumah who looked at the flag. And the woman even said, let me put in so many stars like the American flag. And Nkrumah said, I need only one, the black star. And then the national anthem, Philip Beho was commissioned by Nkrumah to do it. And then the national crest, Monique was commissioned by Nkrumah to do it. And then what again? The name I have said it. And then on 6th March, Kwame Nkrumah mentioned Ghana. J.B. Dankwa was not there to give any support. Buzia did not appear, even though he was opposition leader, because he had written to the British not to give us independence. He was so scared to be on the podium that day, even though it should have been a national affair. And so, if from class 1, F.K. Boa and all others, including even Kwame Nkrumah's arch enemy, Dubois, would tell us in history that Kwame Nkrumah was the founder of Ghana, and our president, whom I admire so much, is telling us that he was not the founder. I believe it will be a very much of an abuse of language.
It will be an abuse of language by the president, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo. That is the historian of this country that is breaking things down to our understanding. that even the people that Nana Akufo-Addo is trying to fight and give a recognition to them were snitch of this country, were the enemies of this country and want this country to retrogress. JP Dankwa was not even part of the day that Kwame Nkrumah is declaring Ghana. On the more serious note, if you listen to this man's historical background, he will tell you that even the name Ghana, the way it came about, he will tell you. You see, but Nana Akufo-Addo want to just change the history of this country, and it's very alarming. And the people of this country will not allow that thing to happen, because on the most serious note, we are getting to a area where every information is rampant and we will get to know. After this man has given an in-depth knowledge and in-depth briefing of this achievement of Osagyfou Dr Kwame Nkrumah, that the people that Nana Akufo-Addo was trying to be recognized did not even play any role. The Ghana flag they were not part, the national anthem, they were not part, the crates, they were not part. So the question is that what role have they played that Nana Akufo-Addo won recognition for them? Let me leave that one for another time. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama also give a brief discussion and brief insight about the agenda of this Nana Akufo-Addo party to change the history of this country by Itunwek. Let's listen to him too.
I just want to say something. You see, apart from destroying our economy, apart from plunging Ghana into crisis, one of the things this government wants to do is to rewrite our history. And we shall not allow them to rewrite our history. Because the president said he does not accept that one person can be the founder of a nation. Yes, founding a nation, it takes many people, but there's always that critical one person whose sacrifice and efforts is what finally leads to the attainment of the objective that everybody is working for. And so if you ask South Africans, who is the founder of modern day South Africa, they'll tell you Mandela. But it was not Mandela alone. There was Oliver Tambo, there was Govan Mbeki, and so many of them who fought the armed struggle to achieve independence for South Africa from apartheid. But it was Mandela's sacrifice, being in prison for 20-something years and being the symbol of the struggle, that makes them say Mandela is the founder of modern day South Africa. It is the same thing with Ghana. If you ask Ghanaians who is the founder of Ghana, who gained independence for Ghana, majority of Ghanaians will tell you Osagyfou Dr Kwame Nkrumah. Because it was him who gave that critical spark to the independence struggle that eventually got us independence. The UGCC at the time said independence gradually in the shortest possible time. Nkrumah said independence now. And he fought for it. And that is why Ghanaians recognize him as the founder. Nobody can come and rewrite our history. Indeed, for those of you who don't know it, when the Queen finally agreed to give Ghana independence, the UGCC that Nana Akufo-Addo is fighting to be recognized as founders of Ghana wrote a petition. They sent people to England to tell the Queen, don't grant independence, we are not ready yet. And so how can people like that be idea? Even if we are saying many people fought for independence, you cannot say UGCC was part of it because they were an obstacle to independence. And eventually when the motion of destiny for independence was being passed, these are the same people who walked out of parliament when Nkrumah was moving the motion of destiny. And so today you can't come and rewrite our history. July 1st is our Republic Day. And we also made it our Senior Citizens Day. they've come to take the holiday from July 1st and gone to put it on August 4th, which is the day the UGCC was founded. When we come to office, we'll rectify those things. July 1st will be a holiday again.
Yes, so that is the president, the former president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who is trying to give a vivid detail about how this whole thing is coming and the reason why Nana Akufo-Addo is doing that. But first of all, you have to also know that the fourth August was when the UGCC was formed, the UGCC that Nana Akufo-Addo was fighting for. If you listen to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama very carefully, you will know that even the UGCC, the UGCC that Nana Akufo-Addo wants us to recognize were the hindrances of this country progress, the hindrances for this country getting independent. After Dr. Kwame Nkrumah wanted to get independent, the UGCC person, which of Nana Akufo-Addo's uncles and fathers belong to, wrote a letter to the Queen that shouldn't give us independence. So why on earth will you be forcing Ghanaians to swallow bones that they can't swallow? Why on earth that people that are hindrances to the development and the freedom of this country, you want us to celebrate them and recognize them in this country? You see, sometimes some people in this country feel they are very important than others. Some people feel that this country belongs to them and it is only them that must be recognized. And this time around, it is a lie. It is a force. The people of the country will stand up and fight for the right people to be celebrated. The UGCC that were formed on the 4th August, according to Akufo-Addo, want us to appreciate them, that they are the founding fathers, including, it's impossible. The only person we know in the history, and this history will transform and continue to be given to our next generation, is that His Excellency Osagyfou Dr Kwame Nkrumah is the founder of this country. It's not any bourgeois or whoever they put. In fact, if you get to know the reason why we have the big C's, it will shock you. It will shock you. After Kwame Nkrumah has put things in, I will come and tell you that thing later. I will find a time and do a thorough story on that thing, and you get to know. And forget about this, I don't want to say. Please, I'm begging you. If you haven't followed me or on the social media platform, I'll urge you that you do that. Hit the notification. And also follow me on all the social media platforms. The name is Short 360 Media. And my name is Avokoshi, aka with all due respect, this nonsense must stop.
Please comment, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Shot 360 Media GH. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X.